I'm Miyanna, and I'm young and great. I'm Miyanna, and I'm also known as Shamiqua Niles. Miyanna is my business name, and my company is Cheriese Galleria Studios. I am an artist slash model and do a little acting on the side. I've been drawing since I was little. I would doodle on almost everything, and even at work I would draw. But actually getting into painting was last year. And I'm a visual learner, so I could see something and I'll do it instantly. So yeah. So actual painting, acrylic painting, about 2 years, going on 2 years. It's more of a passion, but now that I see how my kids follow me, they actually sit with me and draw and paint with me, and they tell me I'm the best artist and they're my biggest fans, and it inspires me to want to teach people how to reach children especially, how to reach a higher consciousness through art, because it's how can I put it? It opens up the mind and the creative side of the mind, because we have the left and the right side. The left is the complex, technical side, and the right is the creative side. I had a reality check January 4th, 2017. I got into a car accident and I broke my back, my lower back. I had lumbar surgery. So it was a wake-up call to use my gifts that I have. And of course I started doing the modeling, and then I remembered in 2015, I had bought paint, but I never really touched it. So then when I'm going through my healing phase last year, I bought some more paint and I bought some canvases, and that's when I just started being more creative. I started putting my feelings into how I wanted to express on the canvas, how I felt. And people was like, wow. I was very timid about my art. I was very shy about it. Just my book, writing it myself, drawing it, and I started posting it on my Instagram, and people was like, hey, are you selling that? Are you selling that? And I was like, okay, maybe I can sell my art. And then my family, they support me. And then my kids, my fans, they support me. So I said, okay, yeah. So this year was the year I said, I'm going to make a trademark and an LLC and basically copyright my work and sell it. Everything changed. It was my shift. It was my season for growth, for me to come out of that dark place I was in, that lifestyle I was used to. So it brought me to a place where I was recentered, because I was told by my father before he passed to be a lot more selfish, because I was a selfless person. When you make a lot of money, people come to you and want to use you. I was that friend that everybody would come to, and I didn't take care of self. So it helped me recenter and focus on self. Because of my upbringing, I was basically raised on an island, done a lot of outside activities, even bathe outside. So it's like I'm humble, in other words. And I had to realize that again last year, because America will spoil you. So I had to remember who I was, in a sense, after my car accident. And it put me back in that humbling place, and having to lose everything reminded me of, you've been here before. You're going to survive. It's okay. So being humble, or being humbled again, is part of my upbringing. And it's not that when you grow up like that, you don't actually think of like, oh, you're being humbled. It's just, that was simple. It was life. So then you get around, or you come back to that. You have to be brought back to that person you were at a certain age or a certain time. And you have to ask yourself, what is life? And that's what helped me, my childhood. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because I've been at my lowest after this car accident, and for some reason, especially the spirit, I'm very spiritual, I feel like I have a purpose here, as we all do. Everybody has a different path. So I feel like don't ever give up, because you're here for a reason. You're not like the next person. They're not like you. You have to find that median that's going to bring you to your purpose. And I felt my situation was forced upon me, like with having to go through what I went through, because I wasn't on the right path. I'm not perfect, but I was made perfect for my purpose. I had to realize who I am. And it's emotional, but yes, don't give up. I could have gave up a long time ago. I can't. And then I have them. Of course I can't. Can't give up. I'm used to it because family and even children are honest. So at a younger age, I didn't like criticism, but I know how to deal with it now because I understand it's one's opinion. But then when you discover wisdom, a lot of people can be knowledgeable and wise. Then you have the fool, and then you have the person that have gained knowledge and wisdom and applied it. So if you don't apply it, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you're a fool, you can still gain that information. So at the end of the day, criticism is a must. It's an expression. So I feel like if you're mad at the time or you're happy at the time while you're creating, it's okay to present that to someone. Me, I just used to hide it because I didn't think nobody would like my work. But sometimes you can't keep on second guessing yourself. And that's what I used to do a lot. And I used to be shy. So I feel like it's okay to open up and express your work. So if you feel like it's something that you're passionate about, it's okay. Show it. Show it to the world. Because it's inspiration at the same time. Some people are inspired by art. And it tells a story for them. Especially when I create something for someone that they request. I like to look at the pictures or like the colors that they want, and I get a sense of the person that they're creating this work, that I'm going to create this work for. I can feel their spirit. That's another part about art. It's a gift that gives you vision, feeling, and it's a beautiful thing. So yes, you must show your work. Don't ever second guess it. I feel when you're doing something or your baby, you know, you want to put it out there at its highest quality, because when you give something to someone or you're letting them buy something from you, I feel like it has to be 100% perfect. I'm a perfectionist, so I feel like it has to be perfect, and it has to be something I would buy. That's number one. Stay focused. I'm 29, so there's nothing else out here for me to do but really just stay focused and encourage and inspire and build up my children especially, and preserve. And just never give up. Keep going. Everybody's purpose is going to lead to that golden, that golden place. Everybody talks about milk and honey, land of milk and honey. That's here. It's accomplished and achieved here. So that's what I believe. And just keep going. You're going to get there. Cheriese Galleria Studios, well, it's going to consist of local artists and myself. I want to also get into sculptures. I want to make people that, not necessarily famous, but people that don't actually get recognized for their work that's local or just, minor, as they would say. I want to create a sculpture section in the studio, and then also be a section where it's more of an earthy feel, just to tap into a higher consciousness, meditate before we paint, and just be free and express ourselves.